Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So what we're doing is my Aunt Brooke and Tammy put a bunch of random things in this purse, and I have to explain why I have these things and why I need them every day. And I made a purse for my aunt to go through and do the same thing. So here's my what's in my purse haul. Okay. Obviously the first thing I have is my hot glue gun. You never know when there's gonna be a crafting emergency, and I've been all around town and I always need this hot glue gun. So I finally learned my lesson, put it in my purse, because once my my jeans just fell apart, and I'm like, I need to carry my hot glue gun around, and I've used it every day ever since. The next thing I have in here is my pet snake, obviously. I have this snake and he gets anxiety when he's not with me, so I always just have him in my purse. So. This next thing I have is a portrait of my aunt and uncle's wedding, just to keep me humble, you know? Eye on the prize kind of a thing. Always looking for an eternal mate. The next thing I have in my bag is a half a corn on the cob, and I keep this corn on the cob in my bag because my friend is a very picky eater and refuses to eat nothing but corn, and when I'm with them, if they don't have any corn, they get really mad, so I always have corn. And the next thing I have is this reindeer scrunchie, because Visco girls have to be Visco even in the winter, and you know that's me. What's that one? Oops, I dropped my hydro flask. This is the next thing I have. I don't have a hydro flask because I don't like to support brands like that, so I just have my Minnie and Daisy without hydro flask. Visco on the go. The next thing I have is my Disney Channel wand. I'm Canon Colette and you're watching Disney Channel. The next thing I have in my bag is this pen with a kale leaf. Spinach? Kale? A leek? Maybe it's a green onion. I don't think it's a green onion. A what?
Bok choy.
Bok choy, maybe? And the reason I have this is because, you know, when you're like at a medical office or something and they don't have a pen, you always need a pen. And the reason it's shaped like this is so they know I'm healthy, you know? The next thing I have is this dream catcher. I have this to shoot bad dreams at my enemies. I'm just like, pew, you know. Let's see here. The next thing I have is this peace sign, because you know I'm always Visco, and if I don't have enough energy to do that, I'm just like. So that's why I want this, actually. That's pretty cool. The next thing I have, oh, I always wear this. Forgot that it was in my purse. I've been looking for it. Does it make my eyes look silly? The next thing I have is this bow tie. Because in the song Boys by Lizzo, she likes a pretty boy with a bow tie. I like the pretty boys with the bow tie. I'm like, someone's got to do it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one's for you, Lizzo. And that's why I have that. The next thing I have in my purse is this tarot cards. I do believe that these are haunted. Oh, okay. As you can see, I just like to keep pictures of my friends in my wallet so that they know that I care about them. The next thing I have in my bag is a firework called Party Time. When I first bought this, I thought it was just a party hat, and it says Party Time on it, so I thought it was a party hat. But I found that it was a firework, and I'm deathly afraid of fireworks. The next thing I have is this Mr. Potato Head arm. I have this to scratch my back, you know, itches that I can't quite get to. He's always very reliable. He has my back. The next thing I have is this picture of my grandpa. A Benedict. Mom, you're a Benedict. Yes. My grandpa in Texas. I have to remember him some way. The next thing I have is this lock, because whenever I go to the community pool, my Crocs always get stolen. So I have to have this lock. The combination is YMCA. The next thing I have is this laxative. It's for my dog. I add it into his water. So yeah. Yeah, it just keeps coming. The next thing I have is my pet Rocky. I first found him when I was watching, I left the theater, I left the movie theater, I was watching Rocky, and I'm like, sounds like a good name for a pet rock. I don't know, never mind. Forget that one happened. This next thing I have is this penguin. It's actually like a finger puppet type moment. And when I don't want to talk to anyone, I'll just go. Talk to the penguin kind of a thing. This next thing I have is this, I swear by essential oils. The oils that are actually essential are this Melaleuca oil and olive oil. So I just put a little bit right there. My mom doesn't take us to the doctors. She's anti-vax. She just uses essential oils. So this is actually the only doctor I've ever had. This next thing I have is this pair of child socks that says Snow White.
Put those in there. How long have those been in there?
I have these in case I go to a bouncy house or go bowling. They're just my size and they have my favorite princess on them. This next thing I have in my purse is earplugs. As you know, I have a terrible fear of fireworks, and I wear these earplugs during the 4th of July. My essential oil gave it to me. So, you know. This next thing I have is, he's going.
Oh my god.
He's going. We should see how Jet reacts to this. What are you doing, Jet? What are you doing? This next thing I have in my bag is a 90-calorie chewy granola bar that expired 2 years ago.
Literally did not put that in there.
This last thing I have in my bag is my best friend. Whenever I go to little photo shoots, I find families in the park with little kids at photo shoots, and I go behind the photographer with this, and I go until they smile or cry. If they cry, I just run away because that's awkward. This last thing, is this turtle. I thought by buying this turtle that was made in Mexico, it would remind me to save the turtles. And if I see someone with a plastic straw, I throw this at them so that they remember to save the turtle. So, thank you for watching this haul.
Hey guys, today I thought I'd show you what's in my purse. This is the purse I carry every day. Everything in here is essential to my life. I do not go anywhere without this stuff. So I thought it would be super helpful. Maybe you guys can get some ideas of things that can improve your life. So the first thing I carry is this little black box. So inside it there's a piece of paper and it says I'm 21. So this is my ID. So when I go to bars, when I go hit the club scene, I get this out and I'm like, hey bouncer. And he's always like, yeah, I can tell you're 21. Like, I don't even need to see your ID. And I'm like, I know, right? Because I'm so cute. Also, it's a little black box in case I get in a car wreck. They can find the little black box and be like,
she was totally texting and driving.
It tells them. You should get one. It helps you beat Soup's accounts. The next thing in my bag is my swear monkey. So I kind of have a potty mouth and my friends all know it. So I carry around my swear monkey. It's like a swear jar, except every time I swear, I throw this at my friend's head. It totally helps me keep Toad's accounts. The next thing in my bag is this troll. So I like to go over bridges, but okay. The next thing I have in my bag is this troll on a cell phone. So I'm obsessed with trolls, as everybody knows. Trolls, fairies,
goblins, and ghouls.
So this troll is like, I put him in my passenger seat, and instead of texting and driving, because my little black box will know, I just tell him, and he remembers things for me. And then I'm like, troll, what was I gonna text my friend? And then he tells me when we get there. Well, okay, he doesn't. Like literally, but I just tell him and then it helps me remember. It's like keeping notes. He's like my note troll. You should get one. The next thing I keep in my bag is my moose hat. So I put him on. Well, okay, so brag. I'm gonna brag a little bit. This is like a little bit braggy. I get hit on all the time. I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm a person, right? I'm not like a piece of meat. I'm not a 21-year-old girl going to a bar. So this is my Jude repellent. So sometimes when I go to the club, I just take out my moose hat and I just kind of like dance around and just like with my friends, and the guy comes near and I'm like, "Arr! Arr! Arr!" And then he walks away. It's like, thanks. It works every time. You should get one if you're hot. If you're not, just don't worry about it. Oh. So this is my Flake medley. So my last name is Flake, and so people never can tell how to spell it. They're always like, Flake?
Flake?
And I'm like, it's Flake. And then I like pull this out and I'm like, Flake. And then they get it. Also, I have to feed my fish. He lives in my car too. Okay, the next thing in my bag is my tiny foot. Where's my other one? Did I lose it? I'm always losing my other foot. So I am super obsessed with tiny things, like tiny hands, tiny feet. And so I just put this on my foot. Sometimes I put it on my troll when he sits in my car. Sometimes I put it on my Flake thing. This is really just for giggles. It's just for fun. I just show people. Just walk around with it just to make people laugh. You have to have other things than being hot. And sometimes a little foot is just what you need. Oh, guys, I love America. And this is just my little reminder that this is the land of the free, the home of the brave. It's also a defense mechanism because it's really pointy. So I'm at the club again. I just puncture somebody with it. Yeah. Okay, so the last thing is my remote control. So this is actually a remote control for my virtual reality. So if I just like life gets hard, you know, like sometimes we don't want to be in real reality. So I just scoot over to my virtual reality. So, you know, when life gets hard, just go virtual. And this is just my virtual reality remote. So that's about it. So there's a lot of good things to remind me to be a good person and to remind other people that I am one. So that's it. Bye.